What's going on, investors? In today's video, I'm going to give you guys a life update for October of 2021. It has been an absolutely insane past couple of weeks. I gotta tell you, it's been super busy. So really quickly, we have been traveling a lot. Last time I got an update, I told you guys that I got engaged. I was sitting in a car in a very hot parking lot in Texas. Now I'm back in my studio here in the Bay Area and it's getting cold. But there's a lot of things that are happening, and so I wanted to make this video for you guys to kind of give you an update on my life and also my real estate investing journey. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sean. I'm a hard money lender and real estate investor based in the Bay Area. And on this channel, we go over real estate investing tips, strategies, and current events to help you become a real estate investing boss. Now, over the past couple of weeks, we have been going to several events. About a month ago, we traveled back to Texas. We went to Fincon, which is like a financial content creators conference, and we met a bunch of fellow TikTokers, YouTubers, podcasters who are all in the personal finance space. These people have hundreds of thousands of people who are following them, and it was really cool because this time Sharon was also one of them. And so every time someone would meet us, they say, "Oh my God, it's Sharon," and her +1. So that was me. I was hanging out with everybody. It was exciting for me too because I just crossed the 5,000 subscriber count on YouTube. So thank you all for subscribing and watching these videos. I really appreciate it, and I put a lot of hard work into this channel to make it very entertaining for you guys to watch. But Fincon was amazing because you got to see what other people are doing, how they're monetizing their platforms, and what they're doing to grow them as well. So speaking with them, increase your network. It was a lot of fun, and of course, every single night we would go out on 6th Street over in Austin and just have an amazing time. If you guys are new to any industry, I highly recommend that you join conferences, you go to meetup groups, you meet with people, and you somehow do some kind of masterminding to figure out what each other are doing and what you can learn from other people. At the same time, we also traveled up to our property where we are doing the moldy house project. We saw that the mold has been completely removed. In fact, I have an update video over here. And you can see that at the time, the whole place was completely gutted, and it was actually very dangerous to walk into. Now things are better, drywall is up, and we are slowly progressing on that property. Now, the big thing for us is we are actually planning on moving to Texas. We were deciding a lot between Austin and Dallas, and eventually we decided we're gonna move to Dallas. So this time we actually drove through the different neighborhoods, right? We drove through South Dallas, East Dallas, North Dallas, and then West Dallas, in a giant big circle. And we kind of pinpointed the location that we want to move to. But of course, for you guys, if you have any recommendations on where to stay, I definitely encourage you guys to leave a comment down below so we can read it. We're still in the buying phase, so I got pre-approved for a mortgage, but I haven't actually done any research on individual properties because we have other things going on. So before we moved to Dallas, we wanted to convert this house here in the South Bay into a long-term Airbnb. In this city, there are some city ordinances that prevent us from doing a traditional Airbnb where we can rent it out for just 1 or 2 days or a week at a time. So for here, you have to live in the property to rent it out on Airbnb, and you can't just rent out a whole other unit. Like, you can't make an ADU or an accessory dwelling unit. You can only rent out individual rooms or a portion of the house, and you do have to live in the property for this city's ordinance. So we're like, you know what, that's annoying. We're not gonna be here, so there's no way we can do that. So instead, we're renting out this place out for 30+ days at a time. And when you do that, you bypass the city ordinance because now this is considered just a regular long-term rental. However, if you fully furnish it, meaning that you put in the beds, you put in the sofas, you make it look nice and pretty, you can advertise it on Airbnb and rent it out for almost double what you could if you just had it as a regular long-term rental. So in this market, this home would probably rent for $3,000 to $3,500 per month. But because we're renting it on Airbnb, it's now gonna be renting for $6,000 per month. So it's gonna be great because that payment will cover this mortgage here and the mortgage of the new property that we pay for in Dallas. So it's basically house hacking, but we're not gonna be living in the house. So I guess it's just gonna be a profitable rental in this case. But to make this place rent ready, it actually does take a lot of effort. So we did repaint the entire outside. We covered all the cracks with new stucco, fixed some of the wood, and repainted the house. So now it looks super beautiful. We had a bathroom that I was using that, it's good for my personal use. I'm not super particular about things, but I think for a guest who comes to a home, they want a bathroom that looks normal, right? So we're out there fixing my bathroom right now. So if you do hear some noise in the background, it's because we're doing some construction work. And finally, we did some landscaping around the home just to make it look more presentable. So the hope is when we finally do move out to Dallas, this place will be a 30+ day rental. We'll probably have between 10 and 12 guests every single year. And hopefully these are all like high-tech Bay Area workers who are getting some kind of stipend or per diem from their companies to live in this property. So they don't feel the pain in their wallet. It's like the company's paying for it. Now, besides Fincon, we also went to 2 other conferences just last week. We went to the BiggetPockets Conference over in New Orleans. That was a lot of fun. So BiggetPockets, for those of you who don't know, is an amazing website and forum where people go to ask their real estate investing questions. And it's promoted to be this platform that's pretty neutral. It's not full of scammers out there trying to sell their super expensive courses. It's just a place for people to get together and learn and network. And so at the BiggetPockets Conference, we got that. The ticket prices were actually pretty expensive. It ranged from $750 up to $1,000 per ticket. So surprisingly, even though BiggetPockets itself does seem to be more of a beginner's conference, I think because it set the ticket price so high, it cut out a lot of the brand new investors who don't have money, right? So all the investors that we met there were actually pretty sophisticated. And again, we got to network with them, we got to hang out with them, we got to party with them in New Orleans. Food there was amazing. And we actually had a booth downstairs. So when people were done with the sessions, they could come to the booth, they could ask about our hard money lending programs. I was down there all day talking about hard money loans and giving out my business cards like flyers nonstop. And it was actually a lot of fun. It was my first time hosting a booth at a conference. And I gotta say, it is a lot of fun, but it is also a lot of work. It does kind of kill your conference experience because you don't get to actually sit in the sessions because you're working the whole time. But it's nice because you're working, so everything is paid for, right? Like normally I would have to pay for my own ticket, my own hotels, my own flights, but this time because I'm working, that was all comped by the company. And yeah, at BiggetPockets Conference, we got to talk to a lot of these amazing investors, people that we've looked up to for years. And now because of this proximity to them and talking to them in person, we're now really good friends. So again, I highly encourage you guys to go to networking events because you're gonna be able to meet people that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get connected to. Now later down that week, we flew back on Wednesday, and on Thursday, the very next day, there was another conference that I went to, which is called the AREAA National Convention. So AREAA is the Asian Real Estate Association of America. It's basically an Asian real estate group that focuses more on the professional side. So they're not so much investors, they're more so agents, title reps, lenders. And so my niche as a hard money lender is super unique. Like 90% of the people will never use my services, but those few 10% that ever talk to me, I'm probably the only guy they know in the hard money lending industry. So if someone's a lending broker, or if there's a real estate agent that has a client that wants to get into fix and flips, I'm like the guy that they know. So being in these kind of associations is actually very powerful because you get to talk to people and you're known as the guy. And again, because it's a kind of tight-knit organization, you get to know everybody over like a few years and it becomes one big family. So again, it was just really cool to hear what everyone was doing in their businesses. And to be honest, like the more I go to these conferences, the more I realize that the sessions themselves are like maybe not that important, but it's the networking and going out afterwards to like party and hang out. That's really where you get the value of going to these conferences. So if you're the kind of person that goes to meetups or you go to conferences and you just sit there to listen and you bounce right after, I highly encourage you to learn how to like talk to people and strum up conversations with someone you've never known before, because you never know what kind of connection you can make. And these are often way more valuable than just the lesson you're gonna learn. Like if you guys wanna just learn lessons, just keep watching this YouTube channel and you're gonna learn everything you can in 10 minutes. You don't need to drive somewhere and sit for 15 minutes just to listen to that. Now at the same time, I gotta tell you guys, as a vlog post here, right now, loans are insane. So I've been doing a lot of hard money loans. A lot of you guys have actually called and reached out to me to talk about your hard money lending needs. And I love being super attentive. I love submitting loans and getting deals done. But very recently, it seems like there's been a flood of people who want hard money loans. So I've been doing more and more volume than I've ever done in the past. But at the same time, I was doing this while going to conferences, while creating content. And so it's been a lot of time that I spend working on the loan part. That's made me super, super tired and actually kind of inhibits my creativity once in a while. So I need to figure out a solution to this. I think in the future, I'll need to hire an assistant to handle my deal flow or figure something out, because right now it does take a lot of my mental energy to just do like the mundane tasks, right? It's kind of like a science fair project where you have a lot of fun doing the experiment, but then afterwards writing the report is kind of a drag. That's kind of how it is for loans now too. I have a lot of fun onboarding loans, but it's not so fun to write everything up, to follow up and all that stuff. So that part needs to find a solution, and I'm not sure what that solution is, but it will probably happen in the form of an assistant who could help me with these loans in the future. So if you guys are interested in this position, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be happy to talk to you to see if we would be a good fit. So yeah, basically a lot of things are happening at the same time, which is causing a lot of priority issues, right? Like I want to continue making content like this. I want to grow my social presence on TikTok and Instagram, but they do take a lot of time and creativity, and it's very hard to do these things while also doing like a full-time job that takes a lot of time. So for the next couple of months, there may be some sporadic issues with my video output on YouTube, and we are moving too. So this combined makes the next few months just an absolute like nightmare for me. we're moving out of this house, we're moving to my fiance's parents' place for a little bit, and then we're gonna buy a new place in Dallas and then move over there. So yeah, all that stuff combined is gonna be kind of nuts. But I'm very excited for the journey. I'm very excited for the growth. You know, moving to Texas is gonna be very interesting because we've only lived in California our whole lives. But living somewhere else for an extended period of time is gonna be very interesting. There's gonna be so many new people that we meet. We think we can scale up our real estate investing business by a lot. So it's just overall a very exciting time. And I'm very happy that you guys are here along with our journey, because everything that we record here is just documentation for the future. In the future, we can look back at this and be like, oh yeah, remember this part? This is when we left for Texas, and here's what happened later. So thank you all for watching me talk about my life updates. I know this wasn't super interesting in terms of the real estate content, but I do think it's valuable to see someone's progression, you know, from beginning to end of their real estate investing journey. But thank you again so much for being along this ride with me. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do me a quick favor and just take 2 seconds to smash the like button to let YouTube know that you guys enjoy videos just like this one. And leave a comment down below what you think about my life journey and all the things I've been doing over the past couple of months. Are we heading in the right direction, or are we straying from the main path? Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to this channel to see more real estate investing content to become a real estate investing boss. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.